Oh. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Satchidananda Rupaya Vishwotpatyadihetare Tapatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha Shri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha. Om Yom Tat Pravishya Mama Vachamimam Prasuptam Sanjeevayatya Kila Shakti Bharaswadhamnam Anyashahasracharana Shravanatvadadi Pranam Namo Bhagavate Purushaya Tubhyam Pranam Namo Bhagavate Purushaya Tubhyam Pranam Namo Bhagavate Purushaya Tubhyam. We are in Bhagavatam Canto 10, Chapter 84, and we are in that. We have seen how all these kings, queens, everyone has gathered together at the Kurukshetra, and initially we saw it was because there was the eclipse coming, and then also, more importantly, eclipse was the excuse. Sri Krishna Bhagavan was going to be coming there along with all his wives, with the whole Singh Bang gang, children, grandchildren, everyone. And to get the darshan of the Lord, imagine what news it must have been that they say that Paramatma himself has come in the human form. What new? Breaking news. It must have spread all over the world, isn't it? So they have all got together and we saw all what happened in between, and eventually Sri Krishna Bhagwan praised the saints and sages. We saw the importance, and Narad Muni along with other sages, then they sing the glory of the Lord himself, and after having and we recognize there the sages say, Narad Muni says that the Lord is praising us, and he is saying that the most reverential person in this whole creation are the saints and sages. Lord never praises himself. Remember this. Why? He is everything. Good. How will he praise himself if he is everything? Huh? So when he praises, and Narad Muni says it is also right, because in our life we come across saints and sages and we try overlook them sometimes, and for our evolution we need to be at the feet of saints and sages. We must study at them, we must surrender at their feet, we must be available for them to mold us. They are the sculptors and we are the material, and we must allow them to mold us. And only then, without going to saints and sages, without being in their company, without being in the satsang with them, no lasting change can ever come about. Why? Because the Prakriti is too strong, the Maya is too strong. You need someone's blessing, you need someone's guidance, you need someone to remind you again and again as to who you are, what your purpose is, why you are born as a human being. Without, we come here in a satsang, immediately after satsang finishes, we are thinking about food. We don't remember the Lord. हाँ पापड़ अच्छा बना, इसके साथ चटनी है क्या? चटनी अरे क्यों नहीं बनाई, वो लास्ट वाली चटनी अच्छी थी, भगवान गए. that quickly we forget. And therefore, having done all that, then we came to a point where all these sages then they sing the greatness of the Lord Himself. They say our what you call Janma has become safal, because the purpose of human birth is to be one with Paramatma, to be established in the Paramatma. And our you see, our ahobhagya, that Paramatma Himself has come in our life in a human form, right in front of us. He is standing. What else can we ask for? And then they sing His glory, and after that they all decide to go to their ashrams. And when our इति तद्वचनं श्रुत्वा वसुदेवो महामनाः तान् ऋषि ऋत्विजो वव्रे मूर्ध्ना नम्य प्रसाद्य च. At that time, hearing these thought and saluting the saints and sages with his head bent low, and appointed them to okay, not this one, having, I'm running ahead somewhere. There it happened that Vasudevji, when he heard, he stopped all the saints and sages, and what is he hearing? What are the saints and sages praising to? They are praising to singing the glory of the Lord. But what is Vasudevji's take? They are praising his son. And he is wondering, my son, Paramatma? He must be pinching himself. Am I hearing correct? He is Paramatma. He is the Lord. He is the Narayana. How can he be? No parent accepts that, no? Because I gave birth. So he says, but something has clicked inside of him. And that is what happens. This click does not happen by your own study. This click happens when our mind is sufficiently calm in the presence of Mahatmas, and there some new idea, new thought, a deep contemplation sets in by grace. And it takes the main. Just like somehow in the childhood, we have to survive in this world. This thought has come in. Suddenly, somewhere by grace, this thought has to come that only by satsang, only by God's grace, I can become free of this janjal, this trap called Maya. So he says, Vasudevo vacha namo va sarvadebebhyah ऋषय श्रोतुमर्हथ कर्मणा कर्म निर्हारो यथा स्यात्नस्तदुच्यताम्. So he says, O sages, in you reside all the gods. I offer my salutations to you. Namo va sarvadevebhyah. And then Karmana karma nirharo. Please tell me. He is asking only one thing, because he is a karma yogi. He thinks that as a kshatriya or whoever he is, he believes that only by karma something can be gained. That was his predisposition before. That was his notion before. What did we tell last time? That only when we are in satsang, we are challenged to change our notions. We are challenged to look at our notions, long held notions, that I am the body, that I am the husband, that I am the father, that I have become successful by my hard work. All these notions are challenged. By yourself, you will never accept it. Even if you read it, Acha, I think something is wrong written. I should rewrite the commentary. And some people do write it in a different way. But satsang is a place where we change our notions. When the notions change, our convictions change. When our convictions change, our perception of the world changes. What is our notion at the moment? We are the body, we are a product of this world, born on a particular date, will die on a particular date, a product of our parents, etc., etc., etc. This has to be changed by what? that we are Paramatma, we were never born, we will never die, we are not the body, mind, intellect, we are complete, there is nothing lacking in us. How will this shift in our outlook about ourselves, how will it change? By yourself? It cannot, because mind will keep coming up with some trick or the other to delude you again, because it wants to maintain itself. It's only when that mind is surrendered at some altar, and when that teacher, that Mahatma, that Guru, when you are surrendered, you are quiet. When you have reverence for that Mahatma, when you have Shraddha, when you have surrender, when you are ready to be molded, that type of bhav is there. It's all bhavana. When that bhavana is there, then the words are the same. Before also Mahatma was telling the same words. Again but you are, because you are available, something shifts inside of you. That what is he saying? I have heard it so many times but never thought about it. Huh? Like last week we talked about the different type of yajnas, isn't it? You remember? Or forgotten? The dravya yajna, the stimuli yajna, the jnanendriya yajna, and then the vritti yajna. Continuously yajna is going on at all different levels. Where are you? Did you ever independently think about it? I have not. This thought came to me last week. I have not read it anywhere. It's not even written anywhere. But this, while I was talking to you people in the satsang, this revelation came that, hey, I can look at it in this manner. See? So in this way, he asks, please tell us what sort of activity one may be able to rid oneself of all karma and the desire for karma, that is karma and karma vasanas. How do we remove all the karma and karma vasanas? Why do we need to remove karma and karma vasanas? Because they are the cause of birth and rebirth. It keeps us in the loop. It keeps us in the loop of birth and rebirth. And in this way, Narada Uvacha, naturally, all the saints and sages, they started thinking, why is he asking us? Why is he asking us? Why can't he ask his own son, who is the Paramatma himself? But then Naraji butts in. He interferes. He says, no, it is right that he is asking us. Why? Because nobody wants to know it from their own children. Because there is too much affection. There is too much love. Love with attachment is called mums. I'm looking at you.
Bondage.
कौन बोला? Vedanti bola. Love with attachment is called bondage. It's not wrong, but let's give it a more palatable word. Affection. Love with attachment is called affection. Love without attachment without, love, what do you call? Affection without love. क्या बोल रहा हूँ मैं? Affection without attachment is love. So because we expect so many things, we look at the child, Vasudevji Maharaj and Devaki, both have given birth to Krishna Bhagwan. So naturally their mindset is totally different. So they are not available to Sri Krishna as Paramatma. But they have heard the stuti of the saints and sages with regards to Krishna Bhagwan. So here we saw last week that here it was told, Karmana karma nirhara esha sadhu nirupitaha Yat Shraddhaya Yajed Vishnum Sarvayajneshwaram Makhaihi. Karmana karma nirahara, for both to renounce or to get rid of, to grow out of, to how do you call, to checkmate karma. How, what is that? Esha sadhu nirupitaha. This is given in the 35th verse. And he says that it is told that that they have declared that it to be the easiest means. And what is the easiest means of neutralizing, of checkmating the karma and the karma samskaras or the karma vasanas? And here it is told that Sarva Yajneshwaram Makhaihi, means we have to pray to the Lord of all the yajnas. And who is he? He is the Lord Narayana. Vasudevji doesn't know that Krishna Bhagavan is Narayana. You also don't know that your child is Narayana, that your wife is Kali Mata. You don't know that. You have to invoke. देखो सब स्माइल कर रहे हैं. They know the truth. बेचारे सबके सब.
Why they are laughing is Swami doesn't know about the second one.
Which one?
Already know.
Which one?
Kali.
already know they
Huh?
are Kalis.
काली तो बोला मैंने क्या बोला?
But we
No,
know
we already know. That's why they are laughing.
And which is the other one?
That one is son, is Lord
Durga?
Narayan.
हाँ? अच्छा, they don't know about Lord Narayana. ठीक है. ऐसे ही खेलते रहो एक दूसरे के साथ. So he says that praying to Lord Narayana, who is the Yajneshwara, Sarva Yajneshwara, and what are the different yajnas? I already told you, and here it is told that Vittasyopasamoyam vai kavibhi shastra chakshusha darshita sugamo yogo dharmaschatma mudavaha. Here he says that the Shastras, from the eye of the Shastras, the all-knowing sages, who are these sages? They know the essence of all the Shastras. They have studied, they have lived, they are practicing it. And therefore we must go to their feet, because they have studied and they are practicing it on, and they are established in it. And they have declared it to be the easiest means of attaining what? Chittasyopashamoyam, to pacifying the mind, which is so erratic, sometimes tamasic, sometimes rajasic, sometimes sattvic, but this what do you call, erratic nature of the mind, it can only be quietened by invoking someone higher. And that higher is not someone in the world. That higher is, which is the master of, say, master of Prakriti, master of Maya. Only when you think of him, the mind is a individual Prakriti. Maya is total Prakriti, isn't it? So how will this mind become pacified? Only when we invoke someone higher, by his grace. Don't think that by your karmas, that by your control of senses, control of mind, control of studying books, it will become quiet. It is only by grace. Because when I am doing the control, senses, yoga, pranayam, kundalini, I am studying the shastras, I is important. The others are, the sadhana is not important. I is important. I am doing it. But unless and until this I is not surrendered, while doing all this to the Lord, no lasting change will come. And in this way, and then they say, what they say? Ayam swastyayana pantha dvijater gruhamedhinaha yat shraddhayapta vittena shuklene jeta purushaha. And For the twice-born householder, the most propitious course is to perform with reverence the worship of the Supreme Lord, spending liberal sums of money earned by fair means. This is also very important. Whatever money you earn, whether through job, whether through business, whether through whatever the means may be, there is always some inadvertent sin associated with it. And the only way that sin can be atoned is by dan and dakshina. So first you generate the wealth through fair means, through the way the Shastras are telling you, means that without manipulating, without soliciting, and then having done that, use it for what? Use it for what? For the Lord's purpose, for the yajnas. And then do what? Then don't stop there. Then after that, one should also give dan dakshina to one and all. See? No yajna can be complete by just one person. Your yajna at a personal level, when it is in the outside world, suppose we are doing jnana yajna. A Mahatma comes, we all get together to do the lectures. It's not a one-man job. So many different people are involved, isn't it? The sweeper, the cleaner, the hall opener, the hall closer, the banner, the stage, so books, this, that, so many things. Singers. It's a collective endeavor. Yajna is never an individual endeavor. That yajna becomes an individual endeavor when you drop the karma aspect of it in the outside world. And then when you start seeing, as I told last week, that when you see all the stimuli, seeing, hearing, touching, feeling, tasting, all of them offering themselves as ahutis into your sense organs. These are the yajna kundas. Then you don't need, then you are just the observer, you are sakshi, only then you can make this out. Then you see all the five senses being offered as ahuti to the mind, and all the thoughts being offered as ahuti to the self. So as we go, become finer in our approach, subtler in our approach, automatically our definition of yajna will also change. So if I am in the outside world, I will respect all the people who have helped, who are coming together to do a yajna. When I am seeing all the stimuli coming in, offering themselves into this yajna kunda of the five senses, then I will respect all the stimuli and I will respect all the senses also, isn't it? That only good stimuli. You don't put what you call dirty ahuti into the fire. So similarly, I will not allow dirty stimuli, bad stimuli to enter into my eyes, bad words to enter into my... Automatically you become aware. You don't have to do anything. You have to just observe that this is happening. Automatically correction, the integrity within you will automatically happen. But you have to be aware of this. Then naturally when the five senses are being offered to the mind, then there also your integrity, that I must not, I like seeing more than hearing, or I like hearing more than smelling, or you go out of that whole thing, because inadvertently we fall into that sometime or the other. And naturally in the thoughts, in the convictions, in the ideas that we have in our mind, there also our choices are predetermined. When you see them also to see that they are being offered, that in the presence of the Atma or the Sakshi, they are coming and going. If that position is taken, then automatically attachment to any of those ideas or convictions, that also is dropped. See? Automatically the integration of personality takes place. That is very, very important for God realization. Just like that, it will not happen. And where does karma and karma vasanas keep you? At the level of the world, at the level of the body, at the level of doer. Karma is done by someone. Who's that? I. Now, what is this I doing? He is offering all the karmas to the Lord. Fourth chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Before the action, remember the Lord. During the action, remember the Lord. After the end of action, offer all the results to the Lord. Isn't it? That's why in the morning you get up, you light the lamp, remember the Lord. Lord, please take care. After in a whole day of work, you come back, again you light the lamp. Why? If I have forgotten you during the day, please take care. Whatever I achieved or did not achieve, everything is yours anyway. You are the prompter. So that is at a daily level. Observe that at the sensory level. Observe that at the emotional level. Observe that at the intellectual level. That every thought, every conviction, every notion, every breath is only by His grace. Every heartbeat. Everything is because of His grace. Living in that poise, nobody can stop you from being realized in this life. You have to live there, be there all the time, in spite of what is going on in the world. Now don't say it is difficult, because it's happening already. All you have to do is recognize this, that's all. So, here it was told that, oh Vasudev, in the 38th verse it was told, Grame tyaktaishana sarve yuyurdhirastapovanam. So, having dropped all the three eshanas, what were the three eshanas? We'll tell you. One must take the vanaprastha mark. What are the three eshanas? First one is vitteshana. Vitteshana is an urge, a longing, a desire for wealth. Whichever wealth, outside money wealth, gold or siddhis also. Second one is lokeshana. When you have wealth, naturally you want to do good to the world. You want to, and when you do good to the world and nobody praises you, you want name, fame. You want to be known that this fellow built this temple, this fellow gave so much donation. You can go to all over India and you can see the plaques outside the ashrams and the temples. Gave so much money, this person gave so much money, this person gave so much money. Lokeshana. Look at the politicians, lokeshana. Vitteshana and lokeshana, very much prevalent in all politicians. Now don't look at only them, it is there in us also. That is what is driving us. That is what is driving our wanting to be active in the world. And the third one is putreshana, the desire and longing to have a child so that the last rites can be done as well as the lineage can be continued. See? So here it is told, grame tyakteshana, leave all the three eshanas, sarve yuyurdhiras tapovanam, then take vanaprastha and move to tapovan, live a life of seclusion. Vanaprastha stage is a stage where you become independent. You do not become dependent on the society, on the family, on the known people, on the business. You grow as the children are growing, you enjoy. And then rest of the life, after they are grown up, you only crib that I made my children grown up and they never took care, they are not taking care of me, they are putting me into old age home and they are not giving me food, they don't even come and say hello to me, and they da. Did you produce the children so that they could take care of you? Is that the reason you produced the children? Or is that the reason when the children were growing, you enjoyed how they were evolving? Wasn't it a joy? Then where has this thought come into the mind that when they grow up, they must Those days are gone. There were times. But you determine why did you enjoyed the journey of that child being born and then growing and becoming independent. Now where has this expectation come in that the child must take care of me? That one thought, that one expectation will destroy all your happiness. And before that thought destroys your happiness, prepare yourself. Do what is required to be done. Let the children grow, enjoy their journey, but ever remain aware that the next stage of my life is Vanaprastha. So buy 2-3 houses, one for husband, one for yourself, with enough rooms. So keep cleaning. Something has to be done, no? So Vanaprastha is a stage where you have dropped all your attachments. And once having dropped the attachment, then what to do when you have dropped all your physical attachments? Then what do? Now that free mind, which is now no longer interested in the family, in the house, in the business, in the grandchildren, what does this mind do now? Chant the name of the Lord, do the yajna. If you have some wealth, use it for this purpose. Go to Mathura Vrindavan, go to Varanasi, invite all the Mahatmas, do the yajnas. Even today, if you go, you will see all this taking place throughout India. Throughout India. But here, and yet in the cities, not only Melbourne, even in big cities in India, you will see people are obsessed with only taking care of their children, only taking care of their grandchildren. Don't lose the purpose of your life. ऋणैस्त्रिभिर्द्विजो जातो देवर्षि पितॄणां प्रभो यज्ञाध्ययनपुत्रैस्तान् अन्यस्निस्तीर्यत्यजन्पते. So here it is told that a wise man should get rid of his thirst of wealth by performing sacrifices and making gifts. I have just explained his craving for wife and children by enjoying the pleasures of a married life. Get married, but through in a dharmic way, do the duties, but never forgetting the goal that our life is all about. And the last one, and his desire for the enjoyment of the higher worlds, etc., by thoughts of being a subject to the ravages of time. So how do you, we told you last week that how do we stop the craving for wife and children? By seeing that this wife and children is also nothing but, what is the physical body made up of? Urine, fecal matter, pus, tissues and bones and water. This, everybody is, and that is what you are loving, dirty. So in this way, keep thinking about it. What you are enjoying is the form. What you are enjoying, or enjoying the feeling of association. But what are you associating with? That which is made up of dirt. See? Instead, choose the Lord, or choose the Lord inside that form, then it is a different matter. And invoke that goddess inside, or the God inside, but not the form. And in this way, that all these are subject to ravages of the time, having thus renounced all the three types of desires, even at home, the wise proceed to the forest for tapasya. So we see in the previous cantos, from the beginning we have seen so many kings, all of them at the height of, after even ruling the kingdom for 10,000 years, eventually they gave it up to go to Vanaprastha. Bharat Maharaj, Dhruva, hmm, every one of them, even whom we have seen. And in this way, don't think, oh, those kings, they had everything. Yes, you must also produce in life. Our going away to renounce into the forest or into our own silence should not be out of frustration with the world. It should be out of knowledge. It should be out of love for the Lord, because we have worked out that this world is nashwar, it is not permanent, so it is not worthy of holding on to. Then what is worthy of holding on to? The Lord. That is our purpose. For that, go to satsang till it doesn't click. It has to click. And it doesn't take long to click. But if you keep thinking, it is difficult, it is very easy for you to say, but it is very difficult. Well, we are one SMS, if I show you, it's on the camera, continuously comes. I am an ordinary person, and whatever, I must remember I sent one email on maturity. Maturity. So you must have read that, oh, I am a normal person, I don't understand what. I said, you will never understand because you are normal. You think you are normal, you are abnormal. He says, what do you mean? I said, you got a big ego. He didn't like it. He's dwelling in self-pity. We are only ordinary people. We are only ordinary people. If Mahatma says like this, it is great. But we are ordinary people. This is big ego. So you are not invoking something great out of yourself. You are allowing yourself to delve deep into self-pity. That I didn't choose to be born. Now I am born and I can't see any way. But these Mahatmas, they are great. I am slow, low, down, under. Not like this. There is a wrong approach. किस दिन click होगा उसको पता है. And in this way, O Vasudev, the Brahmanas, the Kshatriyas and the Vaishyas are born with debt to gods, rishis and the mains. He who renounces the home without discharging these debts through the performance of sacrifice, study of the scriptures and by begetting a son respectively, falls where? Falls back into human life again and again and again and again. So what does this mean? That a Brahmana, the Kshatriya. So what should a Brahmana do? Who is a Brahmin? He has already sorted many things out. Okay, huh? So why he has again got a human birth? Because Devarun was still left. That's why he is born as a Brahmin. So he has to do yajna, sacrifice, tapasya, whatever we told. All that that is why he is born back. Somewhere it is missing. Rishirin is, what is the second one? The Kshatriyas and the Vaishyas are born with debt to gods. The Kshatriyas are born with debt to rishis. And how do they atone that debt? By study of scriptures. That is how you do it. And the last one is what? Vaishyas. Why they are born as human beings? Because they have got a debt. What was the last one?
Wealth.
Wealth. And you see, Marwadis, Baniyas, Shettis, or you can see in your own life also, not only these communities. In some family, everything is fine, but the disease just doesn't leave the home, isn't it? One after the other, someone is falling cold, someone is having this disease, someone is having that disease, this problem, that problem, accident, keeps happening. Why? Written from before. In some families, you see, you make all the wealth and the child just keeps splashing it away. Why? You must have cheated. See, he is not wrong. He's not wrong. You must have changed, though he's born in your family, because the law of universe is everything must come back into balance. So if you have cheated him in the last life, this life he will not come by another. He will be born in your house, and you can't say anything. But he will spend, and you cannot, as much as you may want to correct him, he will, till that debt is not over, and it's usually compounded. See, these diseases and all, you got so much money, but you can't enjoy it. Why? Because continuously disease. Somewhere you have misappropriated, somewhere in the last life. So all the money is going for correcting all this only. So never misappropriate money of anyone. Then what goes on next? Oh wise Vasudeva, as you are a matter of fact free from your debts to the rishis and the mains now, because he is free from rishis and mains, pay off your debt to the gods. So is Vasudeva a Brahmin? Is a Kshatriya, isn't it? He's a Kshatriya. Where are we? Sorry, the Kshatriya, we made one mistake. The Kshatriyas should do the yajnas and the Brahmins should study the scriptures. The other way around. So he is a Kshatriya, and they ask him to do the yajnas so as to pacify the gods. Who are these gods? Who are these gods that you are going to pacify through yajnas? Indradev, Suryadev, Chandradev, Vayudev, Agnidev. Who are these gods? Potentialities. See? Who are these five gods? They are in your, those five, all the gods in the outside world whom you pray in your altar, they are themselves here. Prajanane Brahma Tishtadhu. When you go through that, you are invoking the same God in every part of your body, isn't it? Surya is the right eye, Chandra is the left eye, Indra is the arms, upper arms, Vishnu is the feet, Brahma is the prajana, Parshva Shiva Shankaro Tishthetam, isn't it? So till we feel that we are a part of the world, do the yajna. When this understanding comes, like it came to Parshuramji Maharaj, then automatically the entire sadhana will go introverted. Then you will start seeing that all these gods, instead of me getting involved in so much activity outside, let me do it more peacefully. And that will come only when purification has reached a certain stage. When you are doing the yajna not for wanting anything from the gods, you are doing it because out of love for the gods, then it will happen. Then purification happens. See? And in this way, Vasudev, you have surely worshipped Sri Hari, the Lord of the universe, the supreme person, with supreme devotion. That is why he has accepted the role of a son to you. This is the last word. Vasudeva bhavanunam bhaktya paramaya harim jagatameshwaram prarchaha sayadvam putratam gataha. Oh my God, imagine what Vasudevji must be thinking there, standing there. Nobody has told him that. He must have heard grapevines here and there, but all the sages, not one, two, thousands of them, they are standing in front, they are in front of him. And in unanimous voice, they are saying that that you because you have worshipped Lord Narayana, that is why Lord Narayana has taken birth in your family as your son. What he must be going through? What Vasudevji must be going through? That all these sages are saying that, and I have not realized this. That Krishna is my son, is the Lord Narayana. I am treating him like a son. Putta, Kutti. But who is he? He, Lord of the universe. Till here we did last week. Continuing, Shri Shuka Uvacha iti tadvachanam shrutva vasudevo mahamanaha tan rishi nritvijo vavre murnanamya prasadya cha ta enam rishayo rajan vruta dharmena dharmikam tasminnaya jayan kshetre maghairuttamakalpakaihi तदीक्षायां प्रवृत्तायां वृष्णया पुष्करस्रजः स्नाता सुवाससो राजन् राजानः सुष्टवल्कृताः तन्महिष्यश्च मुदिता निष्कङ्कण्ठ्या सुवाससः दीक्षाशालामुपजग्मुः अलिप्तावस्तुपाणयः नेदुर्मृदङ्ग पटः शङ्खभैर्यानकादयः ननृतुर्नटनर्तक्यः तुष्टुवुः सूतमागधाः जगूसकण्ठ्यो गन्धर्व्यं सङ्गीतं सह भर्तृकाः जगूः सङ्कण्ठ्यो गन्धर्व्यः संगीतं सह भर्तृकाः तमभ्यषिञ्चन् विधिवद् अक्तमभ्यक्तमृत्विजः पत्नीभिरष्टादशभिः सोमराजविमोढुभिः ताभिर्दुकूलवलयैः हारनूपुरकुण्डलैः स्वलङ्कृताभिर्विभवौ दीक्षितो जिनसंवृतः तस्य त्विर्ज रत्नकौशेयवाससः ससदस्याविरेजुस्ते यथा वृत्रहणो ध्वरे तदा रामश्च कृष्णश्च स्वैर्बन्धुभिरन्वितौ रेजतु स्वसुतैर्दारैः जीवेशौ स्वविभूतिभिः इति तद्वचनं श्रुत्वा वसुदेवो महामनाः तान् ऋषि नृत्विजो वव्रे मूर्धानम्य प्रसाद्य च. Having heard these words, these divine words from the mouth of all, the rishis and the saints and sages who had gathered there, and who are they? Who are high-minded, and immediately Vasudevji Maharaj, he did namaskar to them and requested them for one thing. What was their instruction to him? That you must do yajna karma so as to pacify the gods. Immediately Vasudevji Maharaj asked all the rishis, please, you be the Ritvij, you be the officiating priests to do the required yajnas right here and now. No wasting time. That urgency has to be there in our life. Not manana. Manana means? In Spanish it means tomorrow. Manana till we meet again. It's a BG song. Okay, ABBA song. Ever heard ABBA? Yes. Don't say no. I know. You know. Manana till we meet again. So to the Lord also, manana till we, tomorrow is the bed. No, New Year. How far is New Year? 6 months away. No manana. Urgency. What Vasudevji did, he did not say, okay, I will go back to Dwarka and then I'll invite you all there and then on an auspicious day we will begin the yajna karmas and because so much organization is required, blah, blah, blah. Hundreds of, when you don't want to do something, hundreds of excuses will be there. And yet, when you want to do something, you will come up with you will become, what do you call that, efficient in finding whatever is required some way or the other and get the thing done that time, isn't it? Same way, Vasudevji is here. Iti tad vachanam shrutva vasudevo mahamanaha tan rushi nrut vijo vavre murdha namya prasadya cha. And in this way, he asked the priest to officiate as the officiating priests for the yajnas that are to be performed. And then, na ta ena mrishayo rajan vrata dharmena dharmikam tasmin ayaya jayan kshetre makhairuttam kalpakaihi. And thus, duly appointed as the priests, O king, the rishis, they helped. Naturally, Vasudevji and Devaki became the Yajman, isn't it? Who are Vasudeva and Devaki originally? Manu and Shatrupa. They had done thousands of years of tapasya to Lord Narayana. And the Lord Narayana, when he gave him his darshan, what was the boon that they asked? That we want a son, not be my son, we want a son like you. And what did Narayan say? There is nobody like me. So I will have to be born. Why did they ask that question? Why didn't they ask for moksha? So some story must be there, no? You know?
Swami Tulsidas.
Huh?
Swami Tulsidas explained that in Ramcharitmanas.
अच्छा क्या बोलते हैं?
Bhagavan, the reasons for Jai Vijay, that is what he.
उनको मोक्ष देने के लिए, उनको मोक्ष देने के लिए, अच्छा,
to liberate them.
Okay.
Many reasons are. This is one of.
This is one of the reasons. Okay. Good. So that is but natural, isn't it? So in this way, these rishis and munis, they did the yajna sacrifices on a grand scale, not chota mota, grand scale. And which is this place where they did? Kurukshetra. Kurukshetra is the place. And then on Vasudeva being initiated for the sacrifice, the Yadus and other kings took their bath, put on their best clothes and ornaments, and इनको सिर्फ बार-बार, इसीलिए कभी भी सत्संग में जाते हो, don't come in your track pants and track shirts. Always be at your best. Why? If you are at your best, अभी तुम फकीर तो नहीं बने ना सबके सब, ये बन गए? Have you renounced? She's saying, murmuring something.
Renounce the good dress.
Huh? No, renounce the good dress. I told Jagrati to come for satsang. See how beautifully she's dressed. Look at me, always iron, better dressed than all of you, all the time. Must be best dressed, because it's showing the condition of the mind. Okay, it's a different matter if you have renounced everything. Then it's a story. Then फिर लंगोट में भी आओ तो कोई पूछेगा नहीं. सच्ची बात है. Ramana Maharshi didn't care if he is sitting in langot. If you go to Paramhamsa in Rishikesh, there is one Mahatma. He's still there. He just lies naked. You go to him, he is totally disidentified. His sevaks are ashamed. Oh, महात्मा जी नंगे बैठे, वो कपड़ा डाल देंगे कोई आ गया तो. वो तो अच्छा टाइम हो गया, स्वामी जी लेक्चर का टाइम हो गया सत्संग के लिए. Every day only गंगा किनारे 6:30 for half an hour he'll do satsang. And when the sevak say, स्वामी जी टाइम हो गया, Acha chalo, and he gets up and starts walking, and someone is running around and putting a towel around him. He's now 80, 82, 84, but totally disidentified. Just doesn't know, doesn't, if you don't put food into his mouth, he will not eat also. Like that. If we have not reached that stage, where be presentable everywhere. Swamiji keeps saying, no, how you dress and address, not how dress and undress. Dress and address. How you dress and address yourself tells how cultured you are. Only a cultured mind can move beyond the norm. Uncultured mind will not. So when you go to, see, in temples you go, do you go just ऐसे ही फटीचर की तरह? अच्छे अच्छे कपड़े पहन के जाते हो, मार्क यहाँ पे, बिंदी यहाँ पे, सारे all the ornaments and everything, with all, best you go. To whom? To a stone statue. And in a satsang, to whom are you going? Think, contemplate and then answer. Whom are you going to? To the Lord in our heart. He is not a statue. He is the reality here. He is so close. And you don't want to be the best for the Lord in your own heart? Think about it. Then you know how mind comes up with the excuse? No, God is everything. फटे हुए कपड़े भी वही है, अच्छे कपड़े भी वही है. It doesn't matter. But then thought then must continue to the temple also. Go like that. So here, all these kings and queens who had come from all over the country, Bharatvarsh, they took bath, got ready for the Yajna Karma, came there in their best attire, and all the musicians and the Vedic chanters, they were chanting, and the music was going on, and the dancing was going on, the songs were going on, and Gandharva women with their husbands sang beautiful songs. Vasudev applied collyrium to his eyes and anointed his body with butter. The priests then consecrated him along with his 18 wives by sprinkling water on them, just as in the ancient times the moon and the stars were consecrated. Initiated for the sacrifice and clad in deer skin, Vasudeva looked most charming with his wives, who were all dressed in beautiful saris and adorned with best of clothes and ornaments, etc. Clad in silk and adorned with jewels, the priests and supervisors of the sacrifice shone like the priests at the sacrifice performed by the Indra. So it is as much as the Yajman and the guests should look at their best, the priests have also to look at be their best. Imagine the priest comes for the puja, they're dirty. यहाँ पे दाल लगी हुई है, वहाँ पे दही भात लगा हुआ है, वहाँ पे चटनी लगी हुई है. And then you come, Om na tatra. You will not look at the Lord. You will look at कहाँ कौन सी चटनी खाई थी इसने. ये मेरे ख्याल से ये एवोकाडो चटनी है. नहीं ये रंस का है. नहीं ये. You will be only looking. It is, isn't it? Very quickly your attention goes to what is wherever there are out of the norm. And the thoughts will not come. नहीं यार ये तो priest है, he must be busy. You in your mind comments will start going on about that priest. Then you will share that with others. You will not stop there. Sri Krishna and Balrama, the ruler of all jivas, shone brightly on that occasion with their relations, consorts, and sons who were their part manifestations. In that sacrifice, Krishna and Balramji is also there. Continuing from here. ईजे अनु यज्ञं विधिना अग्निहोत्रादिलक्षणैः प्राकृतेर्वैकृतेर्यज्ञैः द्रव्यज्ञानक्रियेश्वरम् अर्थद्विगम्भ्यो ददात काले यथा नातं सदक्षिणाः स्वलङ्कृतेभ्योऽलङ्कृत्य गोभूकन्यामहाधनाः पत्नी संयाजावभृत्यैः चरित्वा ते महर्षयः सश्रूरामहृदे विप्ला यजमानपुरःसराः स्नातोऽलङ्कारवासांसि वन्देभ्यो दात् तथा स्त्रियः ततः स्वलङ्कृतो वर्णान् अश्वभ्योऽनेन पूजयत बन्धून् सदारान् ससुतान् पारिबर्हेण भूयसा विदर्भकोसलकुरून् काशिकैके सृञ्जयान् सदस्यत्विक्सुरगणान् नृभूतपितृचारणान् श्रीनिकेतमनुज्ञाप्य शंसन्तः प्रययुः क्रतुं धृतराष्ट्रोऽनुजपार्था भीष्मो द्रोणप्रुतायमौ नारदो भगवान् व्यासः सुहृत्सम्बन्धि बान्धवाः बन्धून् परिष्वज्य यदून् सौहृदात् क्लिन्नचेतसः ययुर्विरह कृच्छ्रेण स्वदेशांश्चापरे जनाः नन्दस्तु सह गोपालैः बृहत्या पूजयार्चितः कृष्णरामोग्रसेनाद्यैः अन्यवात्सीद् बन्धुवत्सलः वसुदेवोऽञ्जसोतीर्य मनोरथमहार्णवम् सुहृद्भृतप्रीतमना नन्दमाहकरे स्पृशन्. So it says at the end of, and he did not do one yajna. Whatever the Rishi Munis told, do this, do that, do this, he kept doing one after the other. Why? If someone told you the only thing between you and the Lord is this yajna karma, you will finish off. Kisne dekha hai kal? Parikshit did not know he is going to live tomorrow. He wanted to finish it off within 7 days. He wanted to be free before the Takshak came and bit him. Vasudevji also knows death can come anytime. They are all educated people. He says, Shubhasya Shigram. Jitna, jo kuch karna hai abhi kar dalo. We are available. Punya Kshetra, Mahatmas are there, my son is there, whom you call Paramatma. Everyone is here. Let's sort it out here and now. नहीं अभी मेरे बेटे की शादी है, उसके बाद करेंगे यज्ञ कर्म. नहीं बच्चे को थोड़ा उसके ग्रैंड चाइल्ड को थोड़ा सा बड़ा हो जाने दो, then we will do यज्ञ कर्म. अभी से चला गया तो फिर in this country there are no helpers also, and child care is very expensive. My children, I have given them birth, now they are finding it difficult. I have to do this part and then I am free. You will never be free. Don't allow the world to dictate how you have to perform in life. Do not. Not your children. Not your husband. Not your wife, not your grandchildren, not your relatives. You decide. Listen to the Lord and decide. Come to the satsang, automatically the shift will come. And then don't compromise then. So, the Agnihotra and other sacrifices, as well as those falling under the category of Prakrita and Vaikrita sacrifices, and thereby worshipped and propitiated Vishnu, the Lord of all substances, rituals, and mantras with which they performed. So, what is their disposition now? Brahmarpanam Brahmahavihi, Brahmagnau Brahmana Hutam, Brahmaiva Tena Gantavyam, Brahma Karma Samadhina. So the Dravya, the Ahutis are Brahman, the Lord, expression of the Lord. The Agni is the expression of the Lord. The sacrificer, the Yajman, he is an expression of the Lord. He cannot be who he is without the Lord expressing through him, or the life as life. The priest who is performing the sacrifice, he cannot be officiating without the Lord expressing his life through him and the mantras out of him. Whatever the mantras are being chanted out of the mouth by the priest or by the Yajman, they are also nothing but the grace of the Lord alone. Don't think that you are speaking. Kham is space. And the quality of space is sound. In that space is the entire creations. Air, fire, water, earth are the effects of space, isn't it? But you ask the space, do you know air, fire, water? What will space say? Huh? Kuti?
I am that.
Does sun say, I am the day and I am the night? Shift your angle. Can the ever sun come to know that there is day and night? Understood? See? Space cannot come to know. The rest four may. But from space point of view, it is all that there is. And its quality is sound. And within its womb are these four elements, and these admixture of these elements is creating this body. There is space outside this body, there is space inside this body, correct? Out of that space inside the body, the sound comes out of your mouth, isn't it? And what is the natural quality of the space? Sound. Where do you come in between? Where do you come in between? अंदर से निकलता है. So this Vaikhari, Madhyama, Pashyanti, they are all just the qualities of the space alone. Nothing to do with you. And because of whom is the space? The Lord, the Paramatma. He himself has become the five elements, isn't it? So he himself is how he is the Om. That Om alone has become the Varnamala. A, A, I, I, U, U, Ka, Kha, Ga, Ga, Nga, Cha, 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 Ya, Ta, 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 Da, Na. So the speech of the Lord is Om, the unstruck Om, not like we chant Om, 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 no. The way you hear it inside your head. That's the way. Continuous, unbroken, without beginning and end. You can listen to it now also. See? Then when do words come? When do alphabets come? Only when we give reality to duality. Only when we give reality to duality, then the sounds start manifesting. So what is Vaikhari, Madhyama, Pashyanti, Para? Again going back to the source. So space going back to source, Brahmana, Brahman giving the Ahuti with the instrument called hand, which is also Brahman. Ahuti is Brahman, the chanter is Brahman, the priest is Brahman, the fire is Brahman, the result is also Brahman. Understand? Now in this frame of mind, when you do the yajna, जीवन सफल हो जाएगा. And what is yajna again? A collective endeavor. Now that collective endeavor can be a group of people. Now this satsang is possible only because of collective endeavor. The senses are functioning together only because of collective endeavor, no competition with each other. The thoughts in our mind, the mind is also accepting the five senses without any likes and dislikes. So also collective endeavor. They are all functioning in harmony with each other. The thoughts erupting in the mind are also without fighting with each other. They are just erupting. When you give value to them, then fighting begins. But otherwise, there is no fighting between the thoughts, one after the other. They're just coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. See? So watch this. If you maintain this poise and move through, your whole life is a yajna. You're sitting here, I am sitting here, I am giving a lecture, you are listening. If you are listening, yajna is going on within you right now. Your senses have to work together. Your breath has to be not agitated breath in order to concentrate. It should be slow and steady, a deep one, contemplative. Mind should not be erratic. And how will you control all these different faculties within you so that they are available for that click? When you are thinking about the higher, where do you think about the higher? In a satsang. So the words are of the teacher, the words are of the Bhagavat, but your attention should be on the Lord. Where? In the heart. So your ears are listening, eyes are seeing, but your attention is on the heart. If this poise is maintained through all your activities, yajna karmas. Maintaining a house is also yajna, isn't it? See how quickly the unfoldment will happen. Every now and then you are allowed to complain, but most of the time you should maintain that poise. Then in due time he adorned the priests with, so once the rituals and mantras and all the yajnas were done, and then he gave the, what is that? Dakshina has to be given, dakshina must be given. See, how will the creation continue moving? How will the society keep moving? I told you some lectures ago, Grihastha ashram is the foundation of the society. The children are dependent on the Grihastha ashram. The grown-ups and elders are dependent on the Grihastha ashram. The sannyasis and the ashrams and the temples, they are dependent on the Grihastha ashram. And if Grihastha ashram becomes a baniya, what is mine and yours is also mine, then the whole the dynamic throb of the society, it dies away. Why do you come here to Australia? Just think about it. Why do you come to Australia? The government takes the taxes, but it puts it back into services which you can all enjoy, isn't it? So it's taxing you, but it is putting back also. In other countries, what happens? It taxes you, but doesn't give back. So till now, Uttar Pradesh, nobody gave back. Now Yogi ji comes, he starts putting it back. Immediately the whole state will change. Watch. So same way, whether we are in a small community, in wherever we are, our disposition should be that we must give. We must give. And I told you just few minutes before that here it, see what it tells here. After going with clothes, ornaments, and gave them sacrificial fees, and also gifted them duly adorned cows and girls, as well as lands and abundant wealthy as laid down in scriptures. Why girls? As maids, as servants, or they were rishis are allowed to marry. Rishis were allowed to marry, munis were allowed to marry. Saints and sages or those who are brahmacharis, that is totally different. And in those days you will see that they used to marry and then just like our Parashar, he got married to Satyavati. But who was she? She was an uneducated person. And this is how the tribals were converted into cultured beings. After going through the rituals of Patni Samayaja, which is the part of the sacrifice and rites connected with the concluding bath, those great sages who had officiated as priests of the sacrifice followed Vasudev to the tank named after Parshurama and performed their ablutions there. And remember, another purpose of dana, I told you, what was it? That whatever means of income you are having, righteous or you may think it is righteous, but there is always an element of sin involved in it. Maybe it is an inadvertent thought. It is because in creation nothing is pure. That is the reason. It cannot be pure. So to atone for that, the only way is dana dharma. And here it is told that not only the Rishi Munis, but the food was fed to all the people who were there in the Yajnashala. The cleaners, the workers, the priests. Not only that, all the cows, all the dogs, everyone was fed.
Gurudev Swami Chimanand has a very good quote. I'll just say that in context with this topic. What you have is his gift to you. What you do with what you have is your gift to him.
Your offering. Your offering to him. True. And in this way, so this Kurukshetra, if anyone has anyone been to Kurukshetra? No. What is the importance of Kurukshetra? Mahabharat was held there. That was later. हाँ, तो अभी क्या है वहाँ पे परशुराम कुंड है, अभी भी है. And what was that kund? There were 7 kund.
He sacrificed the
All the blood of all the Kshatriyas was collected there. Therefore it is holy. And in this way, the story goes, our Vasudevji and Devki, they offered presents to all the kings, Dhritarashtra, Vidura, Yudhishthira, Bhima, Arjuna, Bhishma, Drona, Kunti, Nakula, Sahadev, Devarishi, Narada, Bhagavan Vyasa, and all the various kings of Vidarbha, Koshala, Kuru, Kashi, Kekaya, Srinjaya, etc., and all the priests, the supervisors, to everyone, one and all. And then Parikshit honored with extensive, our Shukdevji is saying, Parikshit honored with extensive presents by the Sri Krishna and Balrama and Ugrasena and others, Nanda along with other Gopas out of love for them. And then he asked, Nanda Babaji was also given presents. Now once you are given presents, time to go. Don't wait there, thoda aur aayega. Like we do for prasad, isn't it? Thoda aur de de. Not like that. Move on. At that time, Nanda Baba, he's what you call, with Vasudevji and Krishna Bhagwan and Balram, they ask him to please stay along for a longer time. And then, having thus easily along with other, out of love for them, stayed there for some more time. And they talked about so many old stories and how Vasudevji is Kshatriya. Has he done as so much of giving, dana dharma, as much as Nanda Baba? Nanda Baba gives more. Without any selfish motive, he has given away his daughter, isn't it? He has taken Devaki and Vasudev's son. He has reared him up, given him the best of nourishment, love, and then did not complain. Not once he has complained that why he has gone and started living in Mathura or eventually Dwarka. Never complained. Nor the gopis. Vasudev ji recognizes this. He says, you are great. And suddenly remembering that I could not do, I can never come close to what you have done for me. And in that interaction, he becomes gad, he becomes emotional, and he asks Nanda Baba and the Gopas and Gopis to stay longer. And every day they say, no, we are going, and he says, stop. They stay there for 3 months. Huh? And in this way, having thus easily realized his great ambition like one who crosses an ocean without much effort, Vasudev felt greatly delighted at heart. In the midst of his friends and relations, he took Nanda hand in hand and addressed. Acha, to wo topic is coming now. What's the time? So 10-15 minutes more. We'll just do these 4 verses and conclude. Vasudeva uvacha भ्रातरीश्वकृतः पाशो नृणाम्य स्नेह संज्ञितः तं दुस्त्यजमहं मन्ये शूराणामपि योगिनाम् अस्मास्वप्रतिकल्पेयं यत्कृताज्ञेषु सत्तमैः मैत्र्यर्पिता फलावापि न निवर्तेत कर्हिचित् प्रागकल्पाश्च कुशलं भ्रातर्वो न चरामहि अधुना श्रीमदान्धाक्षा न पश्यामः पुरः सतः महाराज्यश्रीर्भूतपुंसः श्रेयस्कामस्य मानद स्वजनानुत बन्धून् वा न पश्यति यथा ददृक्. Vasudev ji says, Brother Nanda, God has forged for men a bond which is known by the name of affection. I think the greatest of warriors and yogis find it difficult to undo it. Highly virtuous you are. The friendship you have shown to us, ungrateful soul, is unparalleled and cannot be repaid. And yet we know it will never cease, it will continue forever. Oh brother, formerly we could not do any good turn to you, precisely because we were helpless. And now we are blinded by intoxication of wealth and power and do not look at you, even though you stand before us. O virtuous brother, let not royal fortune fall to the lot of one who seeks blessedness. See, the recognition. Blinded by it, man fails to recognize even his own kinsmen and relations. Whenever little bit money comes in the pocket, अपने आप को 30 मार खा समझते हैं, है ना? थोड़ी सी गाड़ी कौन सी बड़ी ले ली, हाँ. So, which car you drive? Toyota. I drive Mercedes. Where do you live? Carams down. Is Carams down, huh? Carams down. Where do you live? Baldwin. And when you look at the address, it's Box Hill. You notice many people do that. When they are on the border of a bigger suburb, they change it to because automatically the status. Oh, he lives, and when you go to the address, you find it's Boxhill, man. And 2-3 people I have caught. Hey man, this is Boxhill. The GPS told me it's Boxhill. नहीं स्वामी जी ऐसे ही होता है. मैंने कहा क्या होता है मैं समझ गया. You know, like people who are on the border of Glen Waverley and Wheelers Hill, They will write Wheeler Cell, they will not write Glenveagh. Now prices are going up, they write Glenveagh. This is the lot of common man. This is how he thinks. Whenever there is little bit of affluence, immediately those who are helped, they are forgotten. They are put aside, right? They are greener patches to be harvested. Now you want a different crowd to be around. You want different people to associate with, who are of your status. Not those who helped. This is wrong. And this corruption in our thinking, in our disposition comes because of wealth, whether it is earned or it has come by grace. So here Vasudevji has recognized that he has done like this to Nanda Babaji, and therefore he is atoning, he is accepting it, that may this not happen to anyone, and that I, even though you are here, I have not said hello to you. He hugged him, but you know how it is. You hug, अच्छा किसी और से बात करना शुरू कर दे, क्यों? ये तो ग्वाला है. ग्वाला, he is a cowherd. He is with, what is he wearing? A pagdi, डंडा हाथ में, एक shawl shoulder पे. And what is Vasudevji wearing? Oh, gold ornament, this, that, everything, you know. So in this way, he says, let not the royal fortune fall on the Lord who seek blessedness. So, see, when there is wealth, when there is prosperity, when there is affluence, it is very difficult to come out of it and make you yourself go through the tapasya of not being attached to it. It's natural for you to get carried away by all that. Just like we say, these children need hardship when they are kids, so that they excel in their life. Because they see all the good, they all see the hardships, then automatically you don't need to teach these kids, because they are observing, they have gone through the hardship. They automatically come out to be okay. No complaints. But those who have come in affluence from time of birth with a golden spoon, everything available at beck and call, the only child, what is their disposition? Not every family, but most of the families. They have never heard no. They have not assessed the life in the correct manner, isn't it? Same way, a sadhaka also must go through difficulties. And what is that difficulty? What is that difficulty? The difficulty is, I don't want to be distracted by anything in this world. The only thing that I must have in my mind, which I am obsessed with, which I am in love with, which I am longing for, is the Lord in my heart. Nothing else. And that much is enough. If you keep thinking about that, automatically the difficulties will come, because there are certain desires in the mind which you need to sort through in order to get to the Lord, isn't it? Sorting does not mean fulfilling them. Sorting means allowing them to dissolve. But that tussle will come in your mind. But if money is there, very quickly you forget the Lord and that desire gets fulfilled, because you have the power. Catch this about yourself in life. And in this way, Shri Shuka Uvacha, complete kar dein? Only 6 verses left. Shri Shuka Uvacha, evam saurudha shaithilya chitta anakadundubihi rudoda tatkrutam maitrim smaran shru vilochana nandastu sakyu priyakruta premna govinda ramayo adyashva iti masastrin yadubhirmanito vasata tata kamai puryamanaha savraja saha bandhavaha parardhya bharana kshauma नानानर्घ्य परिच्छिदैः वसुदेवोग्रसेनाभ्यां कृष्णोद्धव बलादिभिः दत्तमादाय परिबर्हं यापितो यदुभिर्ययौ नन्दो गोपाश्च गोप्यश्च गोविन्दश्चरणाम्बुजे मनः क्षिप्तं पुनर्हतु अनैषा मथुरां ययुः. Shri Shukdev Ji Maharaj says that Parikshit, Vasudeva's heart melted with love as he said all this. Tears rushed to his eyes and he remembered the love and friendship which Nanda bore to him and began to weep. What was this weeping because of? The guilt. It was melting away. Either you offer it to the Lord or come across that person and atone, say sorry before death. Anxious to please his friends out of affection for Sri Krishna and Balarama, Nanda put off his departures from day to day and stayed there for 3 months, receiving the best attention of the Yadus. They took care of him, and when he was eventually ready to go, they gave him valuable. He and the Gopas and the Gopis and the whole clan, they gave a lot of ornaments, silk garments and other invaluable presents. Vasudev, Ugrasen, Sri Krishna, Balram, Uddhav and others presented him with gifts. Taking all these and permitted by the Yadus, Nanda left for his home. Parikshit, Nanda as well as the other Gopas and Gopis had transferred their heart to the lotus feet of Sri Krishna and they were unable to withdraw it from them. So they departed from Mathura, leaving their heart behind. See? Last 2 verses. Bandhushu pratiyateshu vrushnaya krishna devataha viksha pravrushamasannam yayurvarativatim punaha janebhya kathayan chakruhu Yadudeva mahotsavam yadasi tirthayatrayam suhrut sandarshanadikam. Parikshit, when all the friends had thus returned to their respective places, the Yadu who looked on Sri Krishna as their deity and who now saw the monsoon approaching returned to Dwarka. Reaching there, they gave to the people an account of the grand festival in the form of sacrificial performance celebrated by Vasudev. The adored of the gods, their meeting with the friends and relations and all that had happened in course of the pilgrimage. Iti Srimad Bhagavate Mahapurane Paramahamsyaam Samhitayam Dashamaskandhe Uttarardhe Tirthayatra Nuvarnanam Nama Chaturashoiti Tamodhyayaha. So with this we conclude the 84th chapter, and next week we will begin the knowledge given by Lord Sri Krishna to his father. Now the father is approaching his own son, not as a father. Something has... What has happened? Huh? Shifted. Clicked. Something has clicked because of the yajnas, because of the satsang, because of the greatness sung by the sages and rishis of the Lord. Something has shifted. And that shift is bringing about the disposition that now he is ready and available to the Lord. And he recognizes that this person who's standing in front of me, he is not, his direct experience is not there, but he knows that the one who's standing in front of me, the one whom I am again and again calling beta, 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 he is the Paramatma himself. Then what should we ask Paramatma? Acha, mere liye jute le kya? Mere liye khana le kya? No. See, the quality of question, that quality of question changes when your disposition towards someone whom you love out of affection, but now the vision has changed that he is Paramatma. Automatically the questions have changed, and that will bring pave the way for the mukti of Vasudevji. ॐ पूर्णमदा पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ